it's going to really just knock the socks off the electric industry, and the car's going to come out and be super exciting.
Well, I'll tell you about electric. I know this is Cycle Fever night. Shawn and I, we went to the AIM over here, the AIM Expo, which is American International Motorcycle Expo. And what we ended up doing was we rode a bike called Zero. The Zeros were electric. Well, first of all, electric, there's no sound. So you're waiting when you gas it to hear the thing going up. You know, it's like, what's going on? What's going on? The other thing that happened was when you hit it, it was gone. But when you wanted to slow down, there was no downshifting. You just let go of the throttle, and then it would slow down. I've watched some things on television with the what's that other company that makes electric cars?
Starts with a T.
Okay. Would it be like Tesla?
I guess so, yeah.
All right. I will tell you this. There's a guy that took a brand new Tesla, took everything out of it, put in some type of extra battery, and he goes out street racing, and I'll bet you that sucker makes probably $3,000-$4,000 a night because no one can touch him. And everybody gets mad like, hey, I didn't hear him leave, or that's not right. That was quick. So, now that we've got that out of the way, I see you got a Cycle Fever shirt. Boy, are you shafted.
Yeah, I got roped into that deal. So, I don't know. I was trying to figure out a way the other night to put a Porsche shield on the other side while we were doing Porsche night. So, I don't know. I can do that?
You can do it.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll figure that out maybe for next time.
DC.
That's right.
So, all right. Well, for everybody at home, what we're going to do is we are going to film all of this, and then I'm going to cut it. Oh, look.
Oh, wait. You are live.
I am live now?
Yes.
Live on Facebook?
Welcome.
Let me tell you.
Right there.
Come over here so you're in the screen. Look. See yourself?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. John, come on out here a minute, too.
That was aggravating.
Yeah, I know. I was totally aggravated. All right. So, John.
Spell up for this one.
You betcha. You ain't going home early tonight. We're going to sit here and have a beer. Anyhow, for everybody, I want you to meet. Now, the two girls are behind, and I'm going to let Shawn do the introductions, and then we'll bring them out in a minute because someone has to run the TriCaster. But first of all, I'm going to start off with my son, Shawn, and he is, I won't say the brains of the outfit because that makes me look bad, but he's the one that is Mr. Technical, and he's the one that came up with the idea for Cycle Fever TV. So for all the people at home, when you're sitting there going like, what the hell's going on here? He's the guy. So here you go.
I didn't come up with Cycle Fever TV. You had the show years ago, but
You brought it back up.
well, it's because it's too damn expensive to get TV time anymore. So we decided to do it through social media. We just didn't know live streaming would be so much fun. But anyways, sorry about that, everybody. We use a cellular line, a cellular stream to do the show, and it went bad. So then we had to figure out how to get up. So then we scrimmaged. What's the word I'm looking for? Scrummaged up, right? Is that the word?
Yeah.
That's the word I'm using. So we got a Wi-Fi extender, and John and I have been going nuts over there getting it all worked out. But we're up. Unfortunately, we're only up with one camera. But you got to take what you can get, right, guys?
That's good.
All right, so now we can
shut it down now.
So
one camera or three cameras?
we got this camera right there. That's the only one running.
Okay.
And we're going to go to the first clip since we can go to the first. Oh, no, we're not.
Can I introduce the other two guys?
Yeah.
All right. So then, I got to tell you, this guy over here, raise your hand. Okay, I can't tell if you're on screen or not, but it looks like you are. Okay. He made the mistake of coming over one day. They were friends of Shawn's, and as I was telling you the story before, these three guys all have daughters that are in gymnastics. Don't ever put your daughter in gymnastics. You'll end up on the show. Anyhow. And broke. Anyhow, John comes over one day, and we're shooting over at the Beaver Bar at the Midwest Motorcycle Show, and he makes the mistake of going, hey, how you doing? This looks like a lot of fun. Can I help you? And John, now tell everybody how you got shafted.
Well, Shawn said, come have a beer. All right, so I showed up, right? Come have a beer with me.
How many beers?
Well, ever since I've been drinking Stella now on the show. No, I'm having a good time. It was fun. I like doing it. It's a fun show. We have a great time. But, hey, I learned a lot of things that I never knew I would know about. So I'm glad to be on it. Yeah, a lot of things. And then the next Cheney came along.
And by the way, they're not related, but they spell their name the same. So now, Shawn comes to me one day, and I think I said this before, but for the people that didn't get to see it on YouTube, guess what? We sit there and we go, oh, can we show Brian in his car? Because, yeah, sure, okay. So poor Brian, you showed your car, you said hello, and guess what?
Yes.
Shirt.
Yeah. I got a shirt. So I remember it was about maybe 2 weeks after you guys shot that little bit and put it on your next segment of Cycle Fever TV that I got the phone call saying, hey, Bri, we talked to the people at Ace and they want to do a Porsche night show. And so we're going to start doing a Porsche night show. And I said, hey, that sounds great. Cool. And then you said, you're going to be the host. And so I'm all just having a great time, having an awesome time with it. Appreciate the opportunity to join you guys out here, and I know everyone in the Porsche community in Central Florida has been having fun. Porsche Night was just really a gathering here like any other gathering, but now it's been able to sort of take it to the next level. People have been having fun being able to be part of the show, bring their car on the show, get a chance to sort of showcase off what they're most proud of, and then we've been able to bring some local people on that have been involved in the community for many, many years, going back all the way to the 70s, whether it be involved in the charter members or the people who formed the club, and then people who have been involved in racing, all different kinds of things, and it's just been a lot of fun.
All right, folks. Well, the next Porsche night is the third Monday of next month. We're going to have some more interviews from the 70th anniversary. And with that being said, Shawn told me, and he kicked me in the leg, and he said, we need to go to our first clip, which is Bruff Superior. And this was filmed when the place was open for the celebrities and everybody, and they thought we were celebrities, and we got invited. Okay.
We get invited, we sneak in. We snuck in.
I told them we were invited. All right, if you can, you want to roll the Bruff Superior footage, please?
We just threw
Bruff Superior, a name of heritage that conjures up Lawrence of Arabia, gentlemen touring machines and racing. A fantastic mark that disappeared long before I was born, but has been resurrected by another guy called Mark.
Mark, tell us this beautiful motorcycle you have going here.
Well, this is a Bruff Superior. I know a lot about this, and I'm going to bore you with everything.
I doubt that, Mark.
I'm the CEO of Bruff Superior, and this is a very rare model. It's an SS100. They call it an MX. They made 97 of them between 1936 and 1940. They only made 6 with this type of frame, so this bike is one of 6 bikes ever made.
Wow.
And this is at least $500,000 worth of motorcycle.
$500,000. So if you guys want to see a beautiful motorcycle, meet Mark. It's not every day you see a $500,000 motorcycle, $500,000 at the Ace Cafe.
Well, Bruff Superior was a company founded in 1919, and I'm the 4th owner of the company. And this particular bike was known as the Rolls-Royce of English motorcycles. And that title seems to have wandered through to today. The bikes today are being manufactured in France. They're manufactured by a company called Bruff Superior SAS in Toulouse, which is the aeronautical industry of France. So like before, they're made to a very, very high quality. And this particular bike, like we've discussed before with the Coventry Eagle, was made with many parts coming from many other manufacturers. For example, the engine came from a company called Matchless, and they'd manufactured motorcycles since about 1900. The gearbox, it comes from a company called Sturmey Archer, And everyone would recognize this as being a Norton gearbox, because Norton gearboxes were made by Sturmey Archer. The forks come from a company called Castle Frame and Forks, in fact also owned by George Brough. And for anyone who looks at these forks, they'll say they're Harley rip-offs. But the old gearboxes, the old forks, the original design was from Harley. They came over to England with Burt Levac. Burt Levac was a guy using Harley forks in 1923, 1924, and was a racer and raced for Brough Superior, Harley Davidson and Indian. And his first Brough, which was raced in 1924 Alpignon in France, took a world title at 119.79 miles per hour. And at that time was the fastest motorcycle in the world.
Wow.
And that bike used Harley forks, Indian oil pump, Indian carburetor, Jap engine, and a Sturmey Archer gearbox with a Brough frame.
I know you showed us several motorcycles in this showroom. How many exactly do we have today?
We have 6 motorcycles.
And all 6 motorcycles in total value, what would that be? Estimate.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot. Well, if you guys want to see quite a lot of motorcycles with quite a lot of extraordinary value, come to the Ace Cafe. There's nothing quite like it.
It's a very rare opportunity to see these diverse motorcycles all in one place at the same time.
Tell me something. Would you see in the near future of maybe building another one of these motorcycles?
Well, I actually build 2 a year and ride them. And when we say we build 2 a year, they've been coming slowly together, and we finish about 2 a year. And you'll see me on one of the YouTube clips actually riding one of these bikes, where I actually flambe the bike. So I look forward to having a cut of that in this particular interview.
Yeah, would most definitely.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.
John, let me know when you get there working. Oh, look, hey, we're back on. All right. So John bought these new mics, guys. New wireless mics, and one's working. We own 2, but one's...
They work great on Monday night.
I know, I saw it. You guys had a good show Monday night.
So the TriCaster.
All right. So everybody at home knows, that's a pretty expensive piece of equipment, but when it doesn't work, it really puts you in a bind. And I'll tell you, I used to be worried because we'd say we'd go on at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and when we didn't get on, they'd all be mad at me because I'd be going, come on. So I just leave them alone, and I got to give them credit. Those guys worked their tails off to get this thing up, even though it's a little later than it should be. Now, you ready to talk about the next thing coming up right here?
Yeah.
All right.
We got... Is this when you and Brian went out for the 70th anniversary? Oh, I can hear me. Is that when you guys went out for the 70th anniversary?
Yeah.
Okay. So Dad and Brian were out for Porsche's 70th anniversary, and you guys did quite a few interviews.
We did. We got about 7 or 8 of them. And we only showed 2 on Porsche night. And one of the 2 that we showed, we're going to play tonight so that people can see what it's like to own a Porsche.
All right, well then what we're going to do is we'll roll the clip, and when we come back, Brian can tell us all about Porsche.
Sounds good.
All right,
So we're here at the 70th anniversary of Porsche at Porsche of Orlando, and we have a special guest with us from the local Porsche Club. PCA President Lynn Perez is with us today to talk a little bit about the celebration. I know you guys have put together a fabulous group of cars here. You've worked a little bit with the dealership. They've allowed you to put some things out front here to just have a great time with the celebration. We'll go over there and take a look at the cars shortly, Lynn. But so what can you tell us about what this day means to you personally, and then maybe to the club here locally?
Well, this is the 70th anniversary of Porsche, and so it's a big celebration of the brand, and it's kind of an example of the partnership that Porsche Club of America has with Porsche North America, which is the Porsche dealer manufacturer company. So it's a celebration, and so the Porsche dealer has put on this fabulous food and spread and set up tents and the like, and the Porsche Club has called on its members to bring out some of the classic cars they have. And what we've tried to do out here is have a representative car from every era of Porsche's development.
Wow, fantastic.
So you've got the 356 from the very beginning, and we've got them all the way up to the 997, which precedes the current models, the 991s.
Right.
So all the new cars are the 991s, but you can literally see an example of every car, both rear engine and front engine,
Wow.
that Porsche produced in
Wow.
these 70 years.
Wow.
So this is a great fun day.
Yeah, it's a great celebration.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So you got some local owners who have been able to come out and showcase their cars, as they love to do. And man, we've been blessed with an awesome day
Beautiful
today,
day.
right?
Beautiful day.
Great Florida sunshine. So we'll walk over and we'll take a look at the cars in just a little bit. But I just wanted to say thanks so much for putting all this together so that everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And as we were talking to Andrew a little bit before inside, the general manager of Porsche of Orlando, there's something in the DNA of Porsche that sort of gets into all of us and keeps our passion for Porsche going. So it's just awesome that you've done this for everyone here locally. So I want to thank you so much for helping to put this together, and we're going to go over and take a look at the car. All right, so we're here at the 70th anniversary of Porsche at Porsche of Orlando, and we're with Craig, who is a Porsche Club of America member, also a member of FOG, the Florida Owners Group of 356s. So what's really unique about the car that we're standing in front of, and Craig, is that this is a 1957 356A. The very first Porsche that was produced was back in 1948, and this was a Gmünd 356. So we're sort of at the beginning here of where Porsche started with this car. So Craig, I want to, first of all, thank you for bringing the car out and sharing with everybody. Why are you out here today? Why have you taken your time to bring such a beautiful car out and join in the celebration of the 70th anniversary of Porsche?
Well, obviously driving it is everything, so any excuse to drive it is good. And of course,
Nice.
come out and show it off and meet all these great people. And it's kind of neat to have the oldest car on the lot.
Fantastic.
Something different.
All right, so you just
always exciting.
So it's really just about the people. You wanted to
Yeah.
get out and hang out with your Porsche friends again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so is this the very first Porsche you've ever owned?
It's the first Porsche I've ever owned, and it's actually the first 356 I ever laid eyes on.
Wow.
Sort of fell into it. A friend of mine saw it and introduced me to it. Then my wife saw it. We were going to restore it and sell it.
Right.
But my wife saw it and said, "We got to keep that. It's awful cute."
Oh man, she
The
was
rest
right.
is history.
I think she hit it
Yeah.
right on the head.
Yeah.
We got to keep that, and it was cute. A funny story. Back in 1989, my wife and I were just out of college. We were living in South Florida in Fort Lauderdale, and it was time to get a new car for her. Well, I found this 1964 356 in Miami for sale. So I said, let's go down and take a look at it. So we went down, we drove it. Fantastic car, drove like a dream. They wanted $10,500 for it. Well, we looked at each other and said, we'd love to have the car, right? We weren't married yet. We were just dating, but we thought $10,000, we don't have $10.50, much less $10,500. So what did we do? We went to the Volkswagen dealership and got her a brand new 1989 Volkswagen Golf for $10,500. But we were able to finance it where we couldn't finance the 356. So that's sort of where our 356 story. So, hey, I just want to thank you so much for coming out and taking the time to speak to us.
My pleasure.
Sharing such a beautiful car. Just enjoy the rest
It's a lot
of the day.
fun. Like they say, it's a lot more fun to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow.
Ah, perfect. That is
We
so
do have
right.
a lot of fun with that.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Hey, all right, this is a test. We're on. Good. While you were gone, Crazy John put new batteries in one of our new
Likes.
where is it? It's gone. One of our new mics, and guess what? He cooked it. So then Brian looks and he goes, "Oh, guess what? We're down to one bar and a half." So we're back to the old-fashioned way. Direct it works.
Yeah.
Brian, tell us a little bit about what we just saw.
Well, it was just a fun celebration, as you heard on the piece. Porsche celebrating the 70th anniversary all over the world on that day, and the hospitality here in Orlando was fantastic by the local dealer. All kinds of people coming out, just having a great time. So it was awesome. It was great that you were able to come out there, spend some time with us, learn a little bit more about what it's like to have a good German beer, some good German food, and to take in all of the camaraderie, all of the cars, all the Porsche passion on that anniversary.
It was
day.
a great time, and I didn't know that they had German ice cream, but that was
absolutely.
German ice cream. They told me.
You got that right.
So, but if they ever have a function, you got to go there. And if you go into the showroom, I mean, not to knock any other brand, but when you walk into the Porsche dealership, it's like walking into heaven. That's all I can tell you. And they treat you like gold, and they have all, drinks and neat little stuff there. So go over there and say hello and tell them Cycle Fever TV told you to stop by. I didn't win the drawing. I thought I was going to win that car.
No, you didn't. But you know what? If you just become a member of the Porsche Club of America, there's about 4 times a year for a $50 raffle ticket, you have the opportunity to win a brand new Porsche. So
there you go.
You just got to join the club. And
how much is that costing me?
I think it's $45 a year.
Can I borrow 45 and
sure,
I'll pay it back when I win?
Yeah, I'll front
no problem.
Just spot him every year till he wins. He'll pay you back.
I'll be back. The way I look at it, what the heck. All right, so that was Porsche. Now, we're going to go to a commercial? Is that what we're looking at?
Sure, so we can sort out some more wires.
All right, hit a commercial.
Ace is simply the most famous motor diner on the planet. Born in 1938 in London, England, it was notorious as a place for teenage rockers to hang out on motorbikes. Here in Orlando today, this is the first Ace Cafe in the USA. We're a restaurant, a bar, a concert hall, a place to shop. Basically, we're a gathering place for anybody who likes bikes, cars, and rock and roll.
When builders around this area need landscaping, they turn to Top Turf Incorporated. Why? Because Top Turf has been providing landscaping, irrigation, lawn maintenance, and lighting to residential and commercial builders and even homeowners associations for more than 20 years. As a family-owned business, we take great pride in making sure our employees approach each and every job with an exceptional level of experience, quality, and integrity. Top Turf. When it comes to landscaping, nobody's tougher.
Seminole Power Sports. Number 1 in fast fun. Seminole Power Sports.
There's a whole lot of opportunity out there, and as the owner of your own business, that's what you need to be focusing on. Not payroll, hiring, and compliance. That's what we do. We're USA Payroll, and we started our business in 1994. So we've been there. We understand the growing pains and not enough hours in the day that come with owning a business. So let us provide you with another opportunity. Help. We're USA Payroll, keeping your business in check.
John got his Stella.
I noticed that he came up with 1.
So at least we got him covered.
Yeah.
Well, shouldn't there be a communal beer? Just pour it all right in that cup where you just all drink out
Hey, after this I'm doing shots. Beer's not even in the equation.
All I can tell you is this. What can go wrong tonight? What wrong? We still got up on the air.
Yeah.
Let's sit there and drink in front of us.
Started at work and it continued here.
All right. It's John's fault. Before we go to our next segment, on your show on Monday, you had somebody at Le Mans. Now, Le Mans is definitely not here in the States, is it?
No.
Is it like in France?
Yeah. So the Le Mans 24-hour race has been going on since 1923, I think it is.
And guess what, Dad? It's in Le Mans, France.
Yeah, it's in Le Mans, France. It's a couple hours out of Paris.
Did John tell you that?
Yeah. So it's every June, about this time of the year. And one of our guys.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. So one of our local Porsche Club members here, Ian Collins, he's from the UK and he travels back every year and goes to the Le Mans 24-hour race. So when I saw that he was going to be over there last week, we sort of connected. I sent him a message on Facebook Messenger, asked him if he was going to be at the race, and sure enough he was. So he agreed. Instantaneously, I signed him to a contract, and he became our first international correspondent for Porsche Night.
He did a great job, too.
So he was peppering us with video clips all weekend long, live right from the trackside, and we were able to take all those videos. He sent them to us via Facebook Messenger. So if anyone is, on Facebook, they're probably familiar how they can send a private message on Facebook. So what we want to do is for future shows, whether it be for Porsche Night or whether it be for Cycle Fever TV on Bike Night, if there's something that's kind of cool that you're doing with your bike or your car and you want to send us a video clip and sort of share your fun or your passion, you can do that. So just send it to us on Facebook Messenger, let us know who you are, maybe how to contact you if you've got any questions, but you can just send that clip right to us and we can see about getting it to our technical team and doing some editing and putting a piece on the next show.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Is your daughter home all summer?
Yeah.
Anyhow, here's a tip though. If you're going to shoot with your phone, shoot it in landscape.
Yes.
Because then we don't have the lines on.
That's right. That's right.
If you're using your iPad, same thing.
Yeah.
Okay? And you can shoot it. Give us your information, like if you're at a bike rally somewhere, tell us where it is, what it's about. We'll edit it, we'll give you credit for it, and we'll put it up on the show. We've been wanting to do this for a long time. We had to go to Le Mans first to do it. It worked, so now we're going to do that. So, with all of this being said, all right, we've showed our commercial. You got us on the air. By the way, congratulations.
John and I.
Well, congratulations to you two guys. I got to say, Brian and I were very cool out here. We held the fort down.
Good.
Made things look good. This next thing we're going to do, we call things adventures. Well, this is one of the adventures, and it's kind of a history adventure. I went this summer to go to Savannah, Georgia, and Tybee Island, and I went there to see the eclipse. Well,
He was going to look straight into it, too.
yeah, no problem. I had my special thing, whatever it was. But here's the problem. We go to the fort because they say this is the best place to see it in Georgia.
Yeah.
Everything's beautiful. 20 minutes before the eclipse, it poured lightning. I never saw the eclipse. But I'm going to let you see Fort Pulaski, and you're going to get some history from none other than the Hammer. Would you roll that clip?
Last year, I got to visit Fort Pulaski, which is located between Savannah and Tybee Island. Here's a little of the information about Fort Pulaski. Following the War of 1812, the U.S. President James Madison ordered a new system of coastal fortifications to protect the United States against foreign invasions. Construction of the fort to protect the port of Savannah began in 1829 under the directions of Major General Babcock. And later, Second Lieutenant Robert E. Lee, a recent graduate of West Point. The new fort would be located on Cockspur Island at the mouth of the Savannah River. In 1883, the facility was named Fort Pulaski in the honor of Casimir Pulaski, a Polish soldier and military commander who fought the American Revolution under the command of George Washington. Pulaski was a noted cavalryman and played a large role in the training of revolutionary troops. He took part in the siege of Charleston and of Savannah.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to Cockspur Island, Fort Pulaski National Monument. My name's Jamie Niles and I'll be your tour guide today. This fort was built for war. It was not built for safety. It was built in the 19th century, so it is not up to the modern building codes. So as you're walking throughout our fort, you're going to notice some uneven floors and trip hazards throughout. So please watch your step. We fought wars over in Europe prior to the Revolution against the combined empires of Russia, Austria, and Prussia. Well, he lost those fights, so he was forced to exile from Poland to France. And while he he was there, he met Benjamin Franklin in Paris. He was inspired to come and join the fight for American independence. So he sailed to America, met with George Washington, and was commissioned a brigadier general in the Continental Army. He is known as the father of American cavalry. Well, he fought several battles throughout the Revolution, but his final battle was the Battle of Savannah, where he was killed on October 9, 1779.
If you're ever in the area, Fort Pulaski. It's between Savannah and Tybee Island. I'll tell you what, I learned a lot while I was there and I really did enjoy it. It's a national monument and it's run by the United States Department of Interior, National Park Services. Stop by.
Hey, that looked like a fun place.
It was. Let me tell you, it was a lot of history. I'm glad I wasn't born back then. First of all, I'd want to be the head.
I thought I saw your name.
That's it. Stop.
I thought I saw your initials on a cannonball.
Yeah, okay. I did write on a cannonball, but that's, don't tell them because it's
right.
U.S. government property.
There you go.
But the general that was ahead of it, I wouldn't even live in his quarters. You should have seen the enlisted guys. Not only did they have one bunk, they had 3 bunks high, and it was like open air. You imagine what the mosquitoes are like?
It was a different time.
Oh, yes. It really was. Hey, by the way, look who we got.
I know, we got Rick back.
Rick's back.
Rick.
Hey, everybody.
Rick, you had a great ride last weekend. Tell us about that one, and you got 2 more, so we're giving you the show.
Thank you. I appreciate Cycle Fever TV having me on here again. United States Motorcycle Corps Charities was a part of the Patriot Guard Riders honor mission this past weekend on Saturday, June the 16th. It was the escort ride of a Vietnam veteran who's been missing in action for 52 years.
52.
Flew 70 combat missions in World War II, re-enlisted for the Korean War, and then was shot down in the Vietnam War. His remains were discovered recently. They flew in his remains from Hawaii to Tampa International Airport. 119 motorcycles escorted his remains with the family to Winter Haven Funeral Home.
Wow.
And I got to give props to the Patriot Guard Riders and to Pasco County Sheriff's Office. They had I-4 completely shut down just for the escort. So it was an honor to have Sergeant Peter Stewart welcome him back home, and he's back home in Winter Haven.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
And I did see some of that footage. If you give me some, we'll do some editing and put it up.
Fantastic.
And I saw you talking to somebody about some girl or something, so I don't want that on.
No, my daughter shouldn't be listening to that, but it's true.
All right, so that
that was last weekend.
Right.
Now you got a big one coming this weekend.
We've got a huge event down in Palm Bay at Space Coast Harley Davidson. It's we're sponsoring the Patriot Guard Riders and the Snowball Express, which is a part of the Gary Sinise Foundation.
Yeah.
And they're bringing in about 1,300 Gold Star family members, children, widows, family members. They're all flying into Orlando, Florida in December for a 4-day vacation.
Wow.
And it's just great that they're able to do that. American Airlines is one of their sponsors. So we're hosting a huge event this week on Saturday. We're expecting hundreds of motorcycles out there. And it's basically to raise money to provide cuts and patches for all the children.
Before you go any further, I want everybody to know, because somebody asked me, oh, is it only Harleys? It's open to everybody.
Open to all types of bikes. As a matter of fact, all modes of transportation are welcome. Whenever we do these events, we'll go ahead and we'll have, if we're doing a Patriot Guard ride event, all large flag bikes will be in the lead, all motorcycles fall behind, and then we've got vehicles in cages. We call vehicles cages because you're in a cage. And then cars will follow behind. It's open to all modes of transportation.
Can John bring his jackass?
If you've got one.
And don't you say it!
About raising money and doing things for people.
That's what it's all about.
Hey, we don't care what you come in.
That's right.
I thought you said he was your jackass.
That's right. I was waiting for him to come back.
And I'm not riding him on TV.
It ain't happening. You're right.
And then I want to thank you guys.
Not again, anyways.
I got to thank these guys because Hank and Shawn, they all hooked me up with Ace Cafe, the Florida Fire Frogs. We're going to be doing a Sunday Fun Day event.
I like that.
Okay, it's going to be Sunday Fun Day. I'm calling it baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and
bikes,
motorcycles, bikes, or whatever it is. But the event is going to kick off here. I know it's a Sunday morning, and most bikers are out late Saturday night. But Sunday morning, we're going to go ahead and stage here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Ace Cafe will have breakfast sandwiches and coffee. We're not going to charge a registration fee because, again, we're going to go ahead and benefit the Snowball Express. We're going to ask that you bring a patch for the vests of the children. Military, fire, police, motorcycle club, whatever it may be. Bring a patch, and then we're going to leave here at 8 o'clock and ride out to Osceola County Stadium in Kissimmee, where the Florida Fire Frogs, they're the minor league team that's affiliated to the Atlanta Braves Major League Baseball team.
Yeah.
They're going to have a $10 ticket entrance, but that includes a free hot dog, hamburger, or barbecue sandwich, chips, and a drink.
Yeah.
So basically, whoever comes out is getting a free baseball game because you're basically paying for the meal.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
And I mean, it's amazing how you guys are able to hook us up with these events. And the Florida Fire Frogs, they're going to give a portion of the proceeds to our charities that we can go ahead and buy. That's kind of close there.
Yeah, that was real close.
So we can go ahead and buy some additional patches. We're going to get there. There'll be a bike show from 8 to 9:30. Actually, no, from 9 to 10:30, and then the game starts at 11 o'clock. So we're going to create a Facebook events page. It'll be up and running by this weekend.
Okay, let me just say this. You know, if you want to donate, have a little jar there, will you? Call it the Hank's Tippy Jar.
That's a good idea.
All right?
I like that.
You can give a patch, but you can also throw a couple bucks in there because all the money's going to these kids.
Absolutely.
And it's a great cause. I'm glad I ran into you. You know, Facebook is a great thing. And I hate to say this, but you're shafted now because you're a friend of ours. So, you know, welcome to the family.
And we're going to share you on our page. We've got about 11,000 followers on our page.
That's fantastic.
I got a challenge. All right, everybody at home needs to know this. Here it comes. We're getting ready to do a branch off of Cycle Fever. We got Cycle Fever to bikes. We got Cycle Fever Porsche night. And we're looking at doing Cycle Fever Small Town Adventures.
I like that.
Okay? Well, here's the thing. I called up a motorhome company to see if we could, do something with them. And the lady says to me, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but unless you have 500,000 followers to 1 million followers, we can't do anything. So I said, okay. So here's the challenge, and I'm putting this out to everybody. Go to Cycle Fever TV, share it, find a friend, ask them to share it. Let's see in 2 weeks how many followers we can get on on Cycle Fever TV.
Okay, I'm going to post this on our United States Motorcycle Corps charities. I'm also administrator on several other biker pages. 2 million bikers to DC.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah.
We rode out to Washington D.C. back in 2013 it was, and we rolled in with about 800,000 bikes on that 9/11. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to challenge you. Visit Cycle Fever TV, like their page, share it on your page. Let's go ahead and follow the page. Let's go ahead and increase their followers, because if they need 500,000, come on.
Let's go ahead. 3. Hey, you do the math.
So challenge accepted. We'll go ahead and we'll promote it on our page as well.
Outstanding. I'll tell you what we'll do. If we get the 500,000 to 1 million subscribers, every month we will put on a charity something for your groups.
Fantastic. I got work to do, but challenge is accepted.
All right, go! We're in there. That's great.
That's awesome.
So, I tell you what, this ride you got coming up this weekend is going to be great. And I know, I watched you when you were doing the other one. You are like the Energizer Bunny. You're like, guys, I got to tell you, he's a hard worker. I call him one day, he goes, I'm setting up the ride, I can't talk right now, I'm over at the Harley shop. So, I'm very proud to meet you. I am super, you're now you're a friend.
As am I. I'm excited I met you guys. You guys do great work. You guys do a lot of support of charity events as well. And I'll tell you what, you guys have no idea. You're seeing us from this viewpoint. You don't see the back screens. You don't see the equipment they've got there. This isn't a cheap event. I mean, what they do here, it costs money. So you guys have some money tied in. But it's amazing to see the backdrop. When you take a look from behind the scenes, it's pretty amazing what you guys have.
You should have seen it today.
With the backdrop, right?
It was a backdrop, a few things thrown, something kicked. It happened. But we got it going.
Right. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. We talked about rides. You want to talk about what's happening at the Ace Cafe, and you got any other rides?
All right. You do the Ace Cafe.
Yeah.
Let people know.
What we got? We got a downtown truck show Friday, June 22nd. Right?
Yeah.
What we got to move the new mic around?
Yeah, for you.
We got a Roadster. What we got there? Monday, June 25th at 6 p.m.
Small type.
Okay.
Oh, the Miatas.
The Miatas.
So we got Roadster Miatas.
I'm glad to see. That's why I don't read.
I was like, what? What else we got? We got a Central Florida Z Club meet.
Yeah,
right. Saturday, June 16th at 1 o'clock. We got a pickup cars meet, Rancheros, El Caminos. I love old El Caminos.
Yep.
That's a cool one. That's Sunday, June 24th at 10 o'clock. And then, what's the next one?
Unrivaled Creation Import Night. I don't know what they're bringing for that.
Unrivaled Creation. I'm bringing mine.
There you go.
I don't even know what the hell it is, but I'm bringing it.
All right. What day is it? Because I want to come too.
That's Sunday, June 24th at 6 p.m.
All right.
So I guess if you created it, bring it in. They don't care how you get it here. Bring it by. So every Tuesday is Trivia Tuesday. Starts at 7 p.m. with Curtis Earth. Extended happy hour, $10 burgers, hamburgers and brew. So there you go, 5 p.m. to close. So that's cool. And then go ahead, you got shout outs?
Shout outs, Indian Motorcycles, the official sponsor of Bike Night here at the Ace. We got Dionysi, that my favorite leather.
Yeah.
Oh, I get chills when I go in that place.
And like
I don't know what it is.
We talked about last week.
That's for riding, but jacket. I know.
And like we said last week, they have parties when the Moto GPs are going on. You just go in and hang out with them. They serve food, drink. That's pretty cool.
I saw somebody walking around with the $1,600 helmet Monday night. That was pretty cool.
How much?
$1,600. It's a beautiful one.
Nikki Hayden, right?
Did they say 1,600?
Yes, we did. $1,600 helmet. What else we got? Orlando Harley Davidson, right here. Who else? Cycle Fever TV.
That's right.
Yeah. Can't miss that one. And
shout out to the new company, huh?
God, the tattoo guys.
Hart and Huntington Tattoos. You'll see John in there getting one pretty soon.
Yep, we're gonna have a show with me getting a tattoo. It's gonna be fun.
Just make sure it's on your arm and not your butt. You can't shoot that.
I'm too chicken to get a tattoo.
Nah, you guys can do it.
Yeah, no, you can do it.
So,
all right,
else we got? I'm trying to think.
You have anything?
Yeah, I got a shout out. My shout out is basically, I'm so loud.
Oh, you don't have to get close to him, Rick. Get here to him no matter.
What did you say?
Exactly.
My shout out, first of all, is to you guys for getting us up on the air. Because I know that you guys were sweating. You had people on the phone. And Brian and I we went on and had a good time.
Good.
I know that ticked you off, but that's okay. We stayed out of your hair.
We weren't ticked off. We were glad.
So, for that part. I want to thank you, Rick, for everything that you're doing and for helping everybody. And for all the bikers out there, this is a shout out. Get behind these guys. Get behind all the charities. If you got a charity, let us know. Right. We will help you. But if you don't talk to us and give us advance notice, then we got something else. What you got there? I can't read yet. Something.
I'll tell you one. Yep.
Fun graphic.
So, that's for something actually I'm gonna bring up in a minute. My shout outs to Karalee, because we haven't seen Karalee in a while. I know she's been following them. We miss her. She's been doing her gig. She got an internship up there in North Florida, so that's cool. Mark Hall, shout out to you. We're all here for you, man.
Hey, hope your mom's feeling better.
Hope your mom's better. Hope everything's okay, and then we'll see you soon when you get back. And then I'm going to reiterate something that I went over last week. Doug Meeker. He's out here with he's American Flat Track before the season. We got to meet him, got to know him. He's a great guy. He's a stunt rider, and he actually was out on dirt bikes and got hurt. And they had to amputate from under the knee down, right? Out there. So he has a Fund Me page, and we're going to put it up on the screen. There it is right there. Doug's handle on Instagram and probably Twitter as well is Daytona_HD_wheelies. So you can go there and that'll show you where the fun page is. But it's also under Fundly, FUNDLY.com/recovery-fund-4. So listen, anything you can give. He's going to be out of work for a bit, so he needs some help with getting some of those bills paid for the next couple of months. He's being uplifted. He's really upbeat, doing well. But hey, man, we're here for you. We want to get something done for you.
Guess what?
What?
Rick just said, if you guys want, I'll put a charity ride on for
That's what we're going to do. I was going to catch you after the show because there's something.
That's awesome.
He's a veteran as well.
I will give the first $100 to that fund.
There you go.
Page.
All right, I'll tell you what. So I don't look so cheap. I'll match it.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Can I borrow 50 and 50? You're matching it. That's 300.
All right, we're in there.
$400. You better stay over there and be quiet, you guys.
And that's how it works. The ball begins to roll that way. And like you said, he's a veteran.
Yep, he's a veteran. Good guy, just a nice guy. I mean, he's a stunt rider, but he was on a dirt bike by doing stunts. And it just went bad. I don't know. He won't say exactly what happened, but doesn't matter what happened.
Okay, we'll definitely talk about what the event for him.
All right, we're going to put all the money through you as far as our 100, so that when you do your ride, you'll already have 400 going.
And 100% of the proceeds goes directly to the recipient for the event that we're doing. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Awesome. So donations are tax deductible, but everything, again, 100% of the proceeds we receive goes to that particular event.
All right, great. So we'll get it going. You can get on there if you can donate something. If not, when you get here, when Rick and us put this ride together,
absolutely,
that'll be great. We'll do something.
You know what that means, Rick? You got to come on here at least 2 more times.
Hey, not a problem.
Right.
I'm not camera shy.
No, you are not.
I think he's going to be on a lot more than that.
Yeah. Well, he's got a lot of stuff going on, so it doesn't
make it
hurt.
happen.
All right, well, it's sponsor time.
All right.
Well, Rick, you got anybody you want to shout out to?
My shout out is to these guys, but also, most importantly, it's the veterans. Our deployed troops, our veterans, family members, children, wives that are here while their spouses are deployed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
God bless you guys. Each and every one of you.
Yes. Thanks.
All right,
so I'll run down through the sponsors. We had the commercial, so you saw them there. Good to give them a little nice kudos at the end, I guess, right? Ace Cafe.
Always.
Can't get any better. They might move us around a bit. We might be in all some different spots, but this is the place.
Tell everybody where we are right now.
We are up inside the tower right now.
Because the tattoo place took our
last week. Rick was a trooper. He got poured on last week, but he was out here.
We have a good crowd tonight.
Yes, we do.
We do have a good crowd.
Very good. We got Seminole Power Sports, right? So they're great. They take care of anybody. Get any bike there. Between other locations, you can get any bike repaired. There's all sorts of things. So go and see them. They're great guys. Michael Dosey, that's our AEE Magic Cams. So when we're out riding and when we do these events, we do stuff with Rick, stuff like that. We mount these to the bike so everybody gets to see them. And then we edit those in. And so they're great cameras. USA Payroll, all right? Dad and I need the business. Every dollar helps, man. No business too small, too big. We can handle from 1 to 1,500, 1,000, whatever you got. We'll take care of you. Listen, we're going to get you on the price, but we're going to keep you on the customer service because that's what we're all about at USA Payroll. Then we got Tough Turf. A little busy right now. Anything you need. That's anything you need. So Tough Turf.
Come on down.
We got the call. Tell everybody, sod, sprinklers, irrigation, landscaping, shrubs, palm trees.
You can get a truck stuck in any front yard, right?
Yeah, we're out there working. Rain or shine. Fighting, we're a little nervous.
Yeah. But John says keep going anyways. So all right, with that, we're pretty much closing it down, right?
Yep,
Rick, remember our tag?
Ready? Here we go.
I gotta put my glasses on and read this thing.
All right.
You kidding me?
It's join the adventure and enjoy the ride.
All right.
So he's got it now. Ready?
Okay.
Everybody, join the adventure and enjoy the ride.
See
And
you next week.
hopefully we'll be up in time and working and everything's going the way it should be, and we'll see you next week.